Yeah, never mind. Okay. It's the ad. Never mind. Okay. Hey, Flossie. Ad there instead. So, just trading Black Sky Tech. They've won a 5-year joint artificial intelligence center contract for AI data readiness. Expecting big things from Black Sky today. Come on. You let me down last time. Last time you had a good catalyst. There's the 8 o'clock scrum. Hey, Alistair, Les, I hope you had a nice long break from the markets. I don't know if you were working yesterday. I know I wasn't. All right, let's try again. Idiot seller at 52. Yeah, it was a nice weekend. Got a bit of sunshine. That was okay. Got a bit of a allergy with my eye all puffed up, so might get some antihistamine stuff later. Apart from that, yeah. Oh dear, guys, have you forgotten how? Have you forgotten the courtesy when you come into the chat? Come on, 12 people, 2 likes. That's like shocking. And there's some regulars there. At least 10 taps of the screen as you enter the chat, please. Come on. It's only courtesy. First red candle on the 5-minute. I need a new a candle to make a new high. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. That's 50, 51. We need 53 just to reduce our exposure here. There we go. New high 54. We're just hovering around the VWAP, the 9 EMA. Just made a big run a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago. The end of May. I wouldn't say low volume, Owen. It's all about relative volume. And we're what, 2 million shares traded pre-market? It was low volume to start off with. As soon as the news dropped, the volume picked up. No, we've got resistance. It's more of a flat top than a bull flag. Got an ascending wedge into a flat top. Morning, not very well. So what I'm seeing here is on the 1 minute, we've got, I'm on the 2 minute as well, we've got this ascending wedge into a flat top. So whilst the flat top is not perfect, looking at like 256 as your flat top. Not perfect, but what are you going to do? 257, we start getting some significant buyers. 253, there's a buyer we need to clear, but we've got what it again? Yeah, I traded ADN. I managed to get 700. I didn't trade it that well. I managed to get 700 out of it. Should have got more, but I judged it wrong. Cedar Space is I think that's got another contract. Oh no, it's on the back of last week's NASA contract. Cedar Space, just a continuation. It's looking okay. Pay for the transaction. Big buyer, the big seller there at 255. Come off. I'll wait for the confirmation. There we go. Let's lock that in. Okay. Hey, Penn State. Welcome back. Borrow rate is 137% on which ticker is that one? Not very well. So as you can see here, we got this ascending wedge, the flat top, and we got the breakout. But I don't think it's ready to go parabolic yet. Might be wrong. So this is black sky. That's probably the biggest mover over the last couple of minutes. Cedu's now moving as well. I've got that one. Over the last few minutes, moved up. Rejected at $7 again. Not as much volume on Cedu space as there is on the black sky. ADN, we've got this triple top. Okay, so ADN's looking okay. I was watching it at Revlon earlier, but it seems to have sold off since it pumped it early morning. So can continue to watch that. GameStop and AMC are positive on the day. Darling of the June's darling, shall we say? AERC, there's no volume at all, so I think that's pretty much done. If the current volume is anything to go by. And Redbox is actually not looking too bad. I mean, it's holding the kind of $11.50, $12 range. So potentially the squeeze could continue with Redbox. So those are kind of what I'm looking at the moment. Black sky, we got out at the top. We didn't get much out of black sky, but we're over $1,000 already, so you know it's not a bad start to the morning. All right, okay. Let me have a look. I don't know if I can borrow ADN. Oh yeah, it's shortable. Yes, I've got Cedu space on the list. Penn State, I've got it on the list. This is on the back of last week's catalyst continuation. I can't see any new catalyst at least, so I'm assuming it's a continuation from last week. NASA contract news that they got. So finally got over that $7 level. Might just take a quick starter for 10. I missed it. I'll take 2,500 shares. Hey Kareem. 20 cents. We've got the $7 as our support level. Whole dollar. Good morning, Alphabet. Feels like I've been away for so long. It's only been a long weekend. 3 days without trading. I must be addicted. It was nice to have yesterday off, as it happens. Our spreads on this are a little bit bigger. Check that out before I entered. It's my own fault. If you recall last week, SIDA Space, which is SIDU, this is a ticket that we're looking at right now. It was named as a teammate on a NASA project, so that's why it pumped up last week quite considerably. I think it was Wednesday and then Thursday. It did have what was it, Thursday? Yeah, Wednesday then Thursday. Then it dropped on Friday. Sold off a little bit on Friday. And we're looks like we're having a continuation. Distance up at 730, 750 definitely from pre-market on Friday. Bought at 720, which is now resistance. Well, the spreads have closed a little bit. 2 cents now. That's not bad. I prefer that. Morning, Josh. Hope you're well. $0.25 got a bit of a seller, but no major blocks on the level 2. Consolidating there. Yeah, well, you just got to, when it's choppy like it has been this last while, Josh, you just got to manage your risk a little bit better. Sometimes you just size down, give a little bit more room to the trade, but size down. So you're actually risking a little bit more in terms of per share, but you're not risking more in terms of the dollar value, in terms of your equity. And that way, you're giving the room a little bit more move to breathe within the because of the choppiness of the market, and you're just not increasing your risk. So it's just another way of managing your risk, Josh. So just size down in a choppy market like it is. Just size down. What you don't want to be doing if you're risking so much on a trade that it's going to impact your overall equity position, you're trading too big. I don't like the look of this. This is looking a bit weak. Low volume doji. Not going to place too much weight on a low volume doji. $0.09. Hey Phil, the markets are open today, by the way. Thought I'd let you know. Did anyone else get fall for the fact that the markets were closed yesterday and think that there was something wrong with the system or whatever? Well, look, it's happened to all of us at one stage. I remember when I was in school, going into school an hour early because the clocks went back or went forward or something. Yeah, the clocks. Yeah, well, Black Sky's looking decent today. I'm going to swap Black Sky and what else did I say? Yeah, that'll be the rest of them. Took Clean off my list. So the pattern between, yeah, Black Sky's looking strong. 260, 265. It's got to beat 265. Spreads are what's stopping me getting out of this position right now, and I'm thinking that's not a good reason not to exit the position. $0.03 is manageable, but if the ask goes without the bid following, that's the problem I've been getting. Don't like that. Exactly what just happened there. We're going rangy on the spreads. I think I need to exit this one. It's not following through right away. There's going to be better moves later in the day. I'm only in for 2,500 shares, so I'll just hold it for a little while whilst we're waiting for more moves. Applied UV moving up. Advent still on the watch list. No, there's a problem with the mover scanners on Benzinga, Phil. So just for now at least, just use the beta scanner. I've switched over to the beta scanner for today because the movers it tends to happen every bank holiday. So well, it doesn't, not every bank. Occasionally when there's a bank holiday, when there's a long weekend. For whatever reason, it doesn't reset, and then it comes. It happened the last bank holiday as well. They'll be working by the time the bell comes round in about an hour's time. But in the meantime, just use the beta scanner. Does the same job. Don't worry about it not very well. There'll be another one. X7, I'll just get it. Bit of a double top there. It was the indicator, but it just never got to profitable position to exit. So I was just holding for profitable position, but that double top was always an exit indicator. There we go, get it. Yep, well, I'll have milk in mine, not very well. I'll have a tea. Tea with milk, no sugar, I'm sweet enough. So it looks like we've got some movers now, guys. Some let's just hit the scanners. PTCT, PTC Therapeutics. Let's see what why. All right, okay. They just filed a Form 8, so that's not really a great catalyst to jump on the back of. Black Sky breaking highs. Look for a further move up. Let's see if we can get a couple extra, a couple hundred. Okay. Half decent. Well, it is the afternoon there. Right, let's take a look at GGPI. That's another one of the small ones, I think. Okay, so there's not much goes Guggenheim. Not getting much much action here at all. 1065. There's very limited action. Moving up, it's 5% up on the day. With that kind of news, the market doesn't seem to have reacted that well to it. Kind of indifferent, if nothing else. Hey, Atura. ADN's selling off. Oh, this Black Sky's still going. Slow though, so I'll wait for a bit more volatility. RV is applied UV is I'm looking at a double bottom here, which is very bullish, moving up. It's not really got great volume yet, but there's time. Watch this after the bell. It's no volume yet, but you might get some. Okay, so no symbiotic. It's moving up, but catalyst is weak. Just another SEC form filled out. So really, Black Skies and Sidus Space are the two big ones at the moment. The two big movements. Welcome from Togo. Always welcome our international viewers. Do I see SPY filling the gap below before deciding its direction? I hope not. I hope we're going to get a good... so let's go back to the SPY. I hope we're going to get a nice gap up, which we have, and a bit of a rally, a bit of a continuation, because we've had too many gaps down. That's the problem, is we had gaps down and sell-off last week, on two gaps down with sell-offs last week. And I'd just like to have as a gap up and a rally for a change. Would be nice. So it's looking strong at the moment. That's no indication of whether it's going to stay that way for the rest of the day. That's the S&P500, the wider markets, the Nasdaq, etc. They're looking bullish today, and I think we will continue to get that. Crypto, after, to be fair, I don't think anyone saw, well, there's quite a few people say they will, but I didn't expect Bitcoin to drop to 17,000 at the weekend. It's back up now, but that was a bit of a sharp shock. But if you're holding crypto, that was a bit of a sell-off at the weekend, and I think there potentially could be some more shocks in the crypto space. You might see Coinbase go out of business. You might see, a couple of the big exchanges go belly up because they've not got enough liquidity. So just watch. There's going to be a flush in the crypto space. It's going to get cleaned up by default, in that there's going to be some whales actually take a hit. Some big players in the crypto space are going to lose position, are going to lose money. Absolutely. It was a bit, I didn't expect it to drop. So the problem was it got to a certain level. I think it was 18 or whatever, 18.5 or 19.5 or something like that. And there were so many stop losses there that when it hit it, all the stop losses took into place and sent it into free fall for a couple of thousand. So I don't know who you're talking about, my Matris Stamo, but do you even see my gender? Do you even see my gender? I'm not a she. Not that I'm impressed by that. I can identify as whatever I want. I identify as a lemon. My pronouns are squeeze and juice. Yeah, well, I can be bitter sometimes, absolutely. Oh, stop. How do you start learning about stocks? Well, stick around and you might learn something on this stream, hopefully. But get yourself over to tradingview.com and start learning about charting. Get yourself onto my YouTube channel and see some of the tutorials. In fact, just go into my my profile page. There's quite a few 3, 4, 5 minute tutorials in there. We just released one yesterday, as it happens. So just to start off with. Oh, stop with your Tesla options. Actually, now would be a good time to buy them. Tesla calls. Put them out for January. 950 calls for January. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. Just trying to make some base hits here. Not getting the volatile moves just yet that warrant going in big size or anything like that, or risking any level of equity. Just trying to get a few base hits, get a bit of a cushion before the bell rings. If anyone was taking me serious about me identifying as a lemon, by the way, that was sarcasm. Just you have to be clear of these things these days, because there's a certain generation that will allow you to identify as anything, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous. And apparently you don't even need the surgery or anything like that. You don't need to make the transition from one gender to another. You can just identify. You can just keep your do whatever you want to do. Maybe I should start identifying as female and enter some of these powerlifting competitions. Join the national team for rugby team, female rugby team. Man, you're saying that. I've seen some of those female rugby players and probably kick my ass. I identify as a skinny person. I'm trans-slender. Pronouns are idiot and moron. I shouldn't make fun of the snowflakes, really, should I? Well, why not? Of course I can make fun of the snowflakes. I said trans-slender. I might be 6'2", but I'm actually underweight. I'm just under tall as well. I should be 7'14". This is not going my way, so I'm just going to get out for a scratch. I don't have to identify as 6'2". I physically am 6'2", but that's besides the point. It's all the short kings that I tried to identify as 6'2". I used to work with a South African guy. I used to work with a South African guy when I was in Dell, and he was trying to make out he was 6'2" as well, and I'm like, no, you're not. I'm only 6'2". If you're 6'2", that makes me 7 foot. He was probably about 5'9" or 5'10" or something, and identifying as 6'2". Like, no, you're not. I think he was delusional as well. He was like, well, I'm taller than you. I'm like, no, you're not. He even got back to back. I was about a good 3-4 inches taller than he was. I'm like, how can you even make that visual distinction? Exactly, Owen. That's the whole point. Is I don't get it. You know, facts shouldn't care about feelings. She was good in MC. She was good in Karate Kid. Oh no, that was Ali with an I, wasn't it? Ali Financial. Is that what you're looking for, MC? Well, on the 60-minute, there's a bit of a double bottom. Look at it on the 60-minute chart. You've got a double bottom here. But there's no volume right now, so from an intraday trading perspective, there's nothing going on pre-market. Look at it on the 15-minute. Had a good day on Friday, and it has sold off heavily over the last week and a bit. So you may be getting a bounce. It's gapping up today slightly, but on low volume. So you may be getting a bounce on the daily. If you look at it on the daily, you had the big sell-off, a little bit of a dead cat there before further selling off. Then it rallied after gapping down, and it's gapping up today. So you might be getting a bounce. I don't know too much about the company or if there's any catalyst, but do your own due diligence. I'll check out CCJ for you. So Kamiko Corporation. I don't know if that's how you're spelling it. Again, low volume. Nobody's trading it pre-market. It's gapping up in line with the market, like a lot of companies are. Look at it on the 15-minute. You can see that it was selling off. Kind of a weak daily, but this might be look at it on the daily chart. This might be the bottom of a double bottom, ready for a move up, because it's gapping up here. So you potentially could have this double bottom for a move up, and if you get that, you might get, over the course of a few days, you might get a $5-6 move to the upside potentially. I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm just saying that's what the pattern is setting up like. But I would wait till the open to. I would look for $22 before I would commit any funds to that from a swing trading perspective. Again, not financial advice, not a stock pick or a signal. Don't sue me. ADN, we've traded that already today. Moving up. Well spotted, Josh. What's Karate Kid? Really? What is Karate? I mean, you've never watched the original Karate Kid. I bet you're watching Cobra Kai on Netflix, though. You're probably thinking that's a really good series, and you're like, no, it's crap, but it's based on the original Karate Kid movies. I don't know about going up. I don't know about the silver and gold going up, but they're usually a good store of value. So when you're getting volatility, this is what tends to happen: is they do increase in value a little bit, but when you're getting volatility to the downside, they don't decrease. Well, they may decrease in value, but not to a huge amount. So they tend to hold a relatively stable value. Gold and precious metals in particular hold value very well. So that, and they tend to be a hedge against volatility. So you get people putting the money in when you get, particularly in a bear market like now, they'll take the money out of the S&P 500 and stick it in gold, knowing full well that when we get back into a bull run, they can take it out of gold and stick it back into the S&P 500 again. And whilst they may lose a little bit, they're not going to lose as much as if they keep it in the volatile markets. That's what tends to happen with precious metals, is they use it as a store of value, as a hedge against volatility. Well, I hope when you say personally you're in the uranium market, I hope what that doesn't mean that you're actually selling out arms to the to terrorists and stuff. So selling enriched uranium to terrorists to create weapons of mass destruction. Black Sky consolidating right now. Cedar Space consolidating right now. ADN trying to get back up towards the 350 or 340 level. Revlon's gone sold off really. The level on Revlon is this 373 level. Needs to bounce at 375. The $0.75 level. It needs to hold that. AERC not looking healthy today at all. Red box, probably one for after the bell. Kellogg moving up on the news that they will be splitting. I read that. Kellogg's going to split into 3 businesses, so that popped up earlier. Probably not something I will look to invest in. Neo's been moving today. It's not huge volume just yet, but by Neo's terms. Quite a few of the Chinese stocks moving up. Watch for a bounce on the VWAP on ADN there, Phil. That's what you really want to get. Pull back here. You want to get 333 maybe. Not quite setting up for me yet. Reactors for energy, well, we're going to need all that. Renewables and all that kind of stuff. The price of fossil fuels has just gone through the roof, along with my heating bill. Got my first bill since I moved into this place. I've not been here a month and it's already over 120 quid. I'm like, that's for like half a month. That's for like 2 weeks. It's got to be wrong. I'll have to check that out. Hey, MicroTrader, how you doing? Any idea which stock we pick up early morning? I mean, between okay, so by asking that, it tells me that you're new to the market. Okay, so the first thing you do, and what I do, is that you get good scanners that scan the market, and they will tell you which stocks are moving. So I use Benzinga. What you're seeing here is one of the Benzinga scanners, and I use Benzinga. And you get a good scanner. It'll tell you what's moving, by how much, on how much volume, why it's moving, and then you can actually apply that to your watch list. And then you can look at which because what you very often, 4:30, you'll get news that will pump the stock on very low volume, and then it will sell off. So it's not a good idea to try and chase a stock that moves up, say 20-30% on a news break at 4:30 in the morning on low volume. It just isn't, because you're going to end up left with holding bags, hoping that it comes back. Now, in some cases, that it will come back and it will have a secondary push later in the pre-market or even after the bell. But if you trace it, a lot of the big moves, they move big because on these news catalysts, because it's on low volume, and that's why. So, and if you're going out looking for stock picks and signals, then you're going to lose money as well, because that's just the lazy way to trade. You need to learn how to trade. You need to learn how to find the right stocks to trade. You need to learn how to trade those stocks. You need to learn how to read price action. If you don't learn how to trade, you're just looking for shortcuts. And the one thing that I've learned in any profession is if you take shortcuts, you're the one that gets cut. Well, you're always welcome, MicroTrader. Good to have you here. So you know, if I'm not talking to, if you're not seeing the chat in YouTube or Twitch, it's because it's on TikTok. So I'm streaming to 4 different platforms simultaneously. Yes, I'm holding my long-term investments, and all of my long-term investments right now are red. And as much as, you know, I keep thinking, should I take it out and wait for the bottom? Do you know what? I'm just dollar cost averaging, and what I'll be able to do is what I'll be able to do with the dollar cost averaging when I get to the end of this month, because I've had a good month, I'll just be able to, you know, bring my average down. So I've got 4 monitors open at the moment. So I've got 4 screens in front of me. If I don't include my phone, which is what I'm streaming TikTok on. But I've got 4 screens in front of me. I've got my trading screen, I've got my scanner screen, I've got my watch list screen, and then I've got my other bits and pieces screen, where I look at other things. So it tends to be the default go-to. I would say the minimum number of screens I need to trade would be 2. 1 for trading and 1 for the scanners. But I wouldn't be able to stream, and I would have to rely on the text watch list instead of my these ones here, which you can see 4 of them. I've actually got 6 open of my watch list. You can see 2 of these 2 on my trading screen. What you don't see is the 60 and the daily. Of course, you're not seeing the order book. I've got the order book open. You can see the time and sales on YouTube, but you're not seeing the order book, which is the level 2. So yeah, 4 screens in total. Not all brokers allow pre-market trading. Mine allows me to trade from 7:30 market time, so an hour before the market opens, no, 2 hours before the market opens, I'm allowed to start trading. It's lower volume. It can be just as volatile, but it's lower volume, So you just need to bear that in mind. You tend to find the spreads can be a little bit wider because of the lower volume. Oh, we've got a lovely little cup and handle here on ADN. We'll look for 336 for a breakout up to 340, 344. Look at the cup and handle on the 2 minutes, it's a bit more clearer. There's your cup, there's your handle. So look for that. They typically break upwards. Cup and handles typically break upwards, unless it's an inverted cup and handle when it breaks downwards. No problem at all, user. If you're wondering what that snoring sound is, it is the sound of Sleepy Chow. Not Jimmy Chow, but Sleepy Chow. Black sky. Just consolidating. See this underneath the VWAP now. ADN looking to make that up and handle breakout. Revlon down to break even now on the day. AMC and GME still green. Nasdaq green, Dow green, S&P green, Russell Index, which is relevant for small caps, is green. So just wait for some volume to come in there. Look for some volatility. We might get some news breaking, but what tends to happen is you get news breaks at the top and bottom of the hour. So we might get some news breaks in 3 minutes. We've got a little over half an hour left to till the bell. So that's when the market opens. Yeah, I would say, as far as crypto's concerned, I've lost about 60% of my value of my Bitcoin and most of my crypto hodls that I've been holding. I'm down about 60% on average across all 4 coins. So that's not pleasant. Where is everyone? Dr. Feelgood? Well, they're probably in Miami, listening to the sound machine. I would say yes, depending if you. It's safe in the markets, Kuriant, as long as you manage your risk. There's no difference to right now in terms of the volatility of the market. In fact, that's what we want. We want volatility. Those stale, stagnant, boring, sideways, choppy markets, those are the most difficult to make money. When it's in a strong downtrend or a strong uptrend, that's when you get the volatility. You can always find stocks to trade. Now, it's not to say when it's in the downtrend you have to short the market. You don't. We saw over the last couple of weeks that the market's been heavily downwards, but we've had some really good stocks counter trending, moving to the upside. So, you know, in June, I've had my, this is my second best month ever. It's the best month of the year so far, my second best month ever. So I'm hoping to get, you know, my best month ever on June. I've got 3 days this week because I won't be trading Friday. 3 days this week and a full day 4 days next week. So 7 days trading this left, but a third of the trading month. Well, I hope you're shorting it then, Dr. Feelgood. If you if you want to follow your conviction down to 5,000, good luck shorting that. I hope you're profitable. If it does go down to 5,000, I'll be stacking my bags. That's for sure, because it will go back up to 50. Might not do it this month. Certainly might not do it next month, but it will go back up there. I just think there's no guarantees that that it won't go down to 5,000. I think if we lose one of the big, what I would say is if you've got a holding in crypto and you've not got it in a cold wallet, get it off the exchange and stick it in a cold wallet, because I think that's where most people are going to lose the money now. It's not so much in the price action, it's in the fact that some of these exchanges are going to go out of business. And if they go out of business, they are holding your assets. They're holding your coins as their own assets, and you will lose them. And Coinbase came out this morning and said exactly that. Is that if they went belly up, then people who are holding their crypto on their exchange potentially could lose all of their holding. So if you're not trading, if you're not actively trading your crypto and you're just holding it, get it off the exchange into a hard wallet, into a cold wallet, whether it's on your desktop or on your phone or on a thumb drive or whatever it is. Get a hard wallet. Where's the best trade, Tony? You tell me. Texas. Well, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and I'm not seeing a head and shoulders. In fact, there's an argument for an inverse head and shoulders on the hourly, as opposed to a head and shoulders. I don't know where you're seeing the head and shoulders. Let's look at it on the daily. Now that's passed. I'll try it on the 4-hour. No, I'm not seeing a head and shoulders on Bitcoin. Maybe you're looking at a different chart to me, but no, I'm not seeing a head and shoulders on Bitcoin right now. Oh, here we go. Dr. Feelgood trying to teach the trader how to trade. Thanks for your advice. I'll bear that in mind. In fact, did you actually watch my video on trading the head and shoulders there, Doc? Kyle, no float, no low floats. Oh, well, there's no parabolic movers, if that's what you're asking. Not right now. Black Sky is probably the only one that's looking strong at the moment. But I want to get this. I want to see this over 275. Ideally over 280. I'll put a line up there, the horizontal for 280, considering that's the pre-market height. So I want to see that over 280. We're kind of ranging between 260 and 280 right now. So consolidating 20 cents. Niall, it's not so much patterns from stocks playing out in crypto, it's technical analysis. So the pattern recognition and technical analysis, it doesn't matter what instrument you're trading, you can apply similar patterns to regardless of instrument. So you can see patterns in the forex market, see it in the futures market, you can see it in the crypto market, you can see it in. So technical analysis is the same across all instruments. However, that being said, depends on what you're actually looking for in terms of the reliability of those pattern breakouts as well. So in the crypto space, for example, the low float, low cap stocks are low cap coins or tokens are a lot more prone to manipulation, for one, and two, they don't have the high volume, which is what you're looking for reliable pattern breakouts. The higher cap coins, the higher cap tokens, whilst they do have the volume, the volatility, certainly intraday, has not been there. So you tend to look for the longer time frames for pattern breakouts, and this is what your manager's talking about with Head and Shoulders. But I certainly wouldn't be looking at the annual chart for a Head and Shoulders, because I'm a day trader, you know, so I'm not going to be looking for a pattern that forms on the annual chart if I'm trading intraday. Quite frankly, with the 4-year cycle, which is what crypto has, I wouldn't give much mind to the annual chart at all. But that's just me. I mean, your man's got his own methodologies, and that's up to him. Everybody has their own. Well, I hope you're shorting it, Doc. Good luck to you shorting. When so we're just waiting for something to happen on the market right now. Essentially, it's a bit tranquil since we had a little bit of a spurt of energy about an hour ago, 40 minutes ago, and it's kind of died off. You can see this on Black Sky, which has been the most active, the slow decline in volume. So we're just waiting for something else to pop up on good volume. Looking at the volume over the last 5 minutes, nothing really jumping out. Black Sky is probably the top volume cookie. PTCT, let's have a look at PTCT. I know I looked at it earlier, but it wasn't ready for a move, so it popped up and it's now selling off. So we had this one candle make a new high, so that was a bit of a fake out on the 5 minute. So it's not looking very strong. It's looking quite weak, in fact. So I wouldn't get too enamored with that one. Red yen. Excuse me. Did I do Redbox today? No, Redbox is it's not great volume today. AERC and Redbox, I've still got on the list just based on the last couple of weeks. Redbox is I mean it's holding that $11.50, $12 range. So the squeeze is still a possibility with Redbox, but the volume it needs to pick up. Thank you, user. Well, Redbox is right now is still looking fairly strong. I'm still watching it. Look at it on the 60-minute. You can get a better understanding of what I'm talking about here, and I'll zoom out. So with Redbox, this all started with the announcement of the potential acquisition of Chicken Soup for the Soul. So Chicken Soup for the Soul would put a bid in for Redbox that was accepted at a price, off the top of my head I can't remember what it was, but $5 or whatever it was, $5 a share, $5 a share. Then the price went up and effectively put the deal on hold. Now it's been artificially inflated. Do I believe that Redbox is worth $18 a share? Probably not. Is it worth $20 a share? Probably not. Will it get up there? Possibly. Why? Because we've now got a short squeeze. So you look at Redbox now, and we're talking like half the float is short. We're looking at 46% on the last count that I'm aware of. Was on Redbox was short. I'll just double check on Benzinga what the RDBX, what the latest data is, if I've got the latest data. Short interest. So no, that's down from the 9th. So key data there says 40, but I know it's, I'll quick look at Barron's for you. Why not? So let's have a quick look at 46% of float is shorted. So there was talk of being 103% short interest. So there's a huge amount of short interest on Redbox, and nearly half of it is actually shorted and held in short positions. So it doesn't take a genius to work out that it only has to move a small amount for some of those short positions to get liquidated, and that will help snowball the move up. That's what happened last week and the week before on the Friday. You got a bit of a gamma squeeze took place as well on the Friday, which then kicked off the chain of events for a short squeeze that moved up. But I don't think it's done yet. And certainly, if you go on Wall Street Bets or which is on Reddit, they'll probably give a similar impression with regards to the short squeeze on Redbox. It's way too high for Chicken Soup for the Soul to buy it at its current price. So for the acquisition to go through, it needs more selling. The price actually needs to come down. But as long as people in retail keep pumping it higher, shorters are going to end up getting margin called and liquidated. No, I don't. And if I did, I certainly wouldn't be stupid enough to say yes on on a live platform. The question for those on YouTube and Twitch and stuff, the question I was just asked there is, ever engaged in insider trading? I'm like, well, I'm going to admit that if I had done it, would I admit it? Not that I have, but I mean, come on, that's just healthy prison sentence for engaging in that kind of activity, which is why there is a healthy appetite for pumping. I got somebody messaging me on was it Discord or something just yesterday, or it might be Sunday. It's a pump and dump Discord, because I've got my Discord is trading related, finance related. They're pumping and dumping crypto and tokens and stuff, and I'm like, no thanks. But you can get away with it because crypto's not regulated, so there's no official laws against pumping and dumping crappy crypto coins. Yeah, but Chesney, you might get eight figures, but are you going to spend it all on cigarettes for currency? Until you've got kids, Alistair, with a dad joke like that. That's a lot of cigarettes that you'd have to buy. So who was it that wanted UAVS? So Penn State. So UAVS. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing it. It's only up 70. It's a smaller coin. It's a smaller price. So it gets filtered out on my scanners. That's why. So this is up 70 odd %, moving up, looking fairly strong. It's got volume. AG Eagle Aerial Systems. I don't know what the catalyst is. I've not looked at it, but this is moving up. If you like those low price stocks, this is just over $1 now, and is looking fairly strong. It's above the VWAP, trending upwards. I won't be trading it. Just saying. Well, let's go back to Black Sky. That's the top mover with volume is Black Sky at the moment. Applied UV was looking interesting, but didn't have the volume earlier. So let's have a look at it now. OVI. No, still not got the volume. Still need more volume. So volume. Just going through the top gappers at the moment. Crappy volume. Nope. Whilst it's moving, it's not on good volume. Symbiotic. Moving up well on the on decent relative volume. It's just not good volume. That moved up a little bit. Oh, we've got 12 minutes to the bell. Look, I'm $500 up on the day, so it's not huge gains today at the moment, but we're just waiting for something to present itself as a potential mover. Not sure why the Benzinga isn't working today. Keep an eye on the Benzinga scanners. Let's just keep using the. I'll just keep using the beta scanner for now. Okay, so do I take long-term trades? Where am I from? I'm in Ireland. Do I take? I don't know about that, Chesney. If we're getting to the bottom, then maybe it's time to start taking long term. I do have long term positions. That's what do I do with my gains? You've got to take some long-term positions and you've got to hold. So that's the whole point, is that you want to take day trading. The three types of investing in the stock market: you've got day trading, swing trading, and value investing. Day trading and swing trading can be quite volatile and a high risk. Day trading is the highest risk. Then I would say upper mid tier risk is swing trading. Then you take the gains from those and you put it into your value investing. So you do your due diligence and you invest in companies for the long term. Price action is not really a big thing when you're talking about value investing. So you're looking for something that is going to be around in 5, 10, 20 years time, and is going to have increased in size. You're going to increase, you're going to get that compounding effect with it, whether that's an ETF or whether that's an actual company itself. That's down to you to look into. So that's what I would recommend anyone do, is do the due diligence for any long-term investments that you're taking. Yeah, I am Bangladeshi. How did you get that? Is there a play on Black Sky today? And I'll tell you exactly what the catalyst for Black Sky is today. There is a catalyst today, and it is Black Sky wins 5-year Joint Artificial Intelligence Center contract for AI data readiness. So that's the play on Black Sky today. Okay, I'll check that out, and I always wait for somebody on the internet to come into my chat room and post a ticker to tell me to check it out and tell me it's going to the moon. That's always what I put my money in. I don't do my own due diligence. So we've got 8 minutes to the bell. Not a lot. I could take a look at UCO for you. Oh, a decent popularity in the chat today. There's no volume pre-market. There's very little volume pre-market. It's been on its way up though. It's currently 47.04. So it's got on the daily. It's quite a strong. Zoom out. You can actually see it better. It's quite a strong chart on the daily. Very strong. So since the turn of the year, it's been doing the exact opposite of the market. That's why. It's an ETF. What am I even looking at? This is an ETF. It's a derivative. The market's open in 6 minutes, Mac Tiki Toki. What's my tax arrangement? My tax arrangement is that I pay as little as I possibly can, and the taxman takes a big slice as much as he can. Unfortunately, there is no escaping the taxman. They always take a cut. So you speak to a good accountant depending on where you are. If that's in the UK, get yourself an accountant in the UK. If it's in Canada or the US, get yourself an accountant over there. There are regional differences, whether it's state or citywide or certainly nationwide. There are regional differences depending on where you're at in terms of tax laws and tax jurisdictions. What I would say is always, if you're looking at trading, always look into potentially trading in a limited liability company, so a limited company or an LLC or whatever you want to call it, depending where you are. And there's always the option of having that company trading offshore somewhere. I'm not saying you should do it. I'm not saying that's what I'm doing. I'm just saying that there are jurisdictions that don't have anything called capital gains tax, and the corporation tax is very low. If you do take a wage or an income from that LLC, you will have to pay income tax. So you need to look into that as well. Or you don't take a wage and just take a dividend from the profits that you're making, in which case you pay dividends tax. So either way, you're going to pay tax. You just got to work out which is most cost effective for yourself, which helps you minimize the taxes that you're paying on the gains that you make. Oh, it's strong. It's going against the game at the moment. So ETFs are quite good because what it is with ETFs is that they will it's effectively managing your money for you, and they will make gains that ideally as good, if not better, than the market rate. That's in theory, at least, anyway. But certainly they will make gains better than putting it in the bank, and you get the compounding effect from it as well. If I was starting off with $1,000, what would I do? I would trade it up. Valneva, I looked at it just a couple of minutes ago. So here you go. So Valneva is just moving sideways at the minute. It's consolidating sideways. It's gapped up and then it's just moving sideways. So there's not a lot of volume. So pre-market on Valneva, it's risky. Watch for it at the open. I'm going to have to take a bio break before the market kicks in. I'm just looking at right, okay, so the reason that Valneva climbs 86% is because Pfizer took a stake for Lyme disease vaccine. I think it's an 8.1% stake, I think was the, yeah, 8.1%. That was yesterday. But it's not really moved up. It moved up when the market opened for trading, and then it's not really done much since. So just be careful with that. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And he's back. So we've got a minute left. Lexaria Bioscience, 283, low volume. It's moving up, it's 21% up, but it's low volume. So just be careful with that. Gapped up. We're not sure what the catalyst is on this one. I can find out. welcome to the casino. So Luxeria signs manufacturing and license agreements with Bevnology. That's why that's moving up. That was 10 minutes ago. Yeah, well, if you look in the middle of the screen right there, Max Tiki Toki, you'll see my P&L for the day. I'm $500 up at the moment. I've traded 3 stocks pre-market. Now I'm going to be looking for what's moving. The sell-off from Black Sky. ADN. $3 selling down. See the space moving up. Let's have a look. Change the scanners, Les. Scanners aren't working. I'll have to stick with the beta scanner for now. For some reason, the movers aren't working on Benzinga. Revlon absolutely bursting out of the gates. I had quite a bit of money on Revlon last week as well. Don't want to be chasing it. You look for a nice clean entry. Pulling back a little bit. Real-time updates on the beta scanner, which is nice. ADN not set up yet. See this struggling up that $7 level. Nice little flat top, ascending wedge flat top. There we go. For the move up, 725. Okay, only got 715. Move back up. Breaks the VWAP. Double down. There's 5,000 shares in this at the minute. So you know, we're about $10,000 off our best ever month. Just over $10,000 off our best ever month. So if we can have a $10,000 profit week this week, I know it's only 3 days. We can do $10,000 worth of profit this week. We'll be at our best ever month in trading. Worst period of stress, probably last month actually, and I would say last month May was really stressful. I mean, whilst technically I was green on the month in terms of trade profit, I made $2,000 in trade profit. After all the transaction charges and fees and commissions and everything else, I was closer to 12,000 in the hole. So yeah, last month was probably the most stressful month I've had, and it was emotionally taxing. It was just a difficult market to trade last month, and I wasn't trading the best either in terms of fundamental principles of trading. Which is not looking strong enough for me. Let me get out. I got caught in that flush and I just wasn't quick enough to get out. So I will we'll exit this one for a loss if it doesn't go in my favor. Choppy. 782 is a bit of a seller wall at 782, 682. Sorry. Once we get past that, we should be okay to move up towards the VWAP. Well, that's a surefire way of losing money there, user. What are my principles of trading? Make money. I'm a long bias, so I'm looking for stocks that are rallying. I'm looking for stocks that are moving on good news or market perceived good news. I'm looking for stocks that are trading on higher relative volume. I'm looking for stocks that have volatility, and then I'm looking for pattern breakouts. I look to manage my risk in areas of support. I'm looking for the breaks out of areas of resistance. That's great, that, Phil. Well, you know what to do. Move back into paper. Well, you're in paper at the minute, but yeah. So lock it in. Green day, hit your target, lock it in. The S&P 500's absolutely motoring, guys. So this is what I'm waiting for. And move up towards $7. Not a rejection at $7. Move up to $7. Add to that position there. Break of $7. Once we got past that 682 level, that's what was holding us back. I want to get back up past these highs, 715. $705's got a bit of a seller there. Shouldn't be a problem. Volume coming in now with CD. Yeah, had a much better month this month than May, that's for sure. A good month all in so far. Not necessarily Macky Stacky TikTok. So just to prove that, it's all about percentage gain. So what is it that you want? What is it that you want to make on a daily basis? What's going to be a significant number to make on a daily basis, Mike? If you say, okay, well, across the year I want to make 50k, for example, that means that you want to be making $1,000 a week. Yeah, so $1,000 a week is $200 a day. So to make $200 a day, what's the 759? It's a little way off. So to make $200 a day, you can do that with a $5,000 account. With the margin leverage you get as well. Take a little bit off there because that's where we rejected before. Put 10-cent stop on that. 10-cent trailing stop. Okay, so 300 a day. So if you make 300 a day, let's just say you've got a $3,000 account. That means that you wanted to make 10% on your equity every day. Now, most brokers will give you at least a 4x. I just got stopped out there for kind of break even. So that's we've done well with CD space there because we're now 1600 up on the day. So if you're looking for that, let's say your broker, most brokers will give you at least 4x, some will give you 6x, but let's say you've got 4x. So if you've got 4x from your broker, actually I need to plug this in for it, guys. So let's say you've got 4x from your broker on a $5,000 account, and that's going to give you $20,000 worth of buying power. So with $20,000 worth of buying power to make $300 a day, what's that? You can make that's less than what? It's a little over what? 1.5%. You're making on a daily basis. So on a $3,000 account, you're looking for 10%. But you might get 4,000, so it's $12,000 worth of buying power. So with $12,000 worth of buying power, you're looking at what, just over 2%, 2.5% gain per day. So it's realistic. Now, when you think about it from a percentage point of view, that's fine. But think about it from incremental gains point of view. So see the space, $7 stock. Let's say you've got $3,000 in your account. So you've got $12,000 worth of $12,000 worth of buying power. Let's say you take 1,000 shares of Cedar Space, and at $7, and it moves up to $7.10. You've made $100. So based on that one move, and as you can see from here, you know, $7 it went up to $7.18. So if you captured the whole of that move with 1,000 shares, you made $180. Do that twice a day, you've got your $300. So you can do it with a small account. You don't have to have mega bucks. Of course, the more money you've got in your account, the easier it is to make those incremental gains of, you know, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. Me, I start my account each month with $30,000 in it. And when I get to the end of the month, I withdraw what all the gains I've made on the month and start with $30,000 the next month. So if you, right now, I'll be having a really good month. My equity starting today was just shy of $154,000. So I'll be over $120,000 payday at the end of the month, assuming I don't make any losses or any more gains, if that just stays the same. So that's what I will be doing. But I wouldn't take all of that and put it in the bank account, for example. I take that and a third of it's mine, a third of it I reinvest in less volatile assets, and a third of it I put away for the taxman when the taxman so different brokers have different margin rates, different margin policies. So for example, Capital Markets gives me 6 times leverage. Interactive Brokers only gives me 4 times leverage. You might get a broker that gives you 5 times leverage. You might even get a broker that gives you 20 times leverage. They're a little bit less likely, but if you're trading in Forex, you probably get a broker that does 20 times leverage or something like that. Right, I'm just going to see if I can get Benzinga working again. I've just logged a ticket with Benzinga. Okay, so they're aware of it. They're working on it to fix it. Okay, that's fine. I'll just work with the scanner I've got then. Yeah, so there's an issue with the movers function. So the best bet is just to use the beta scanner, which is what I'm using at the moment. The beta scanner, it's got all the things. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the point I'm on about. Is it depends on the instrument you're trading. Some crypto exchanges will give you 20, 50 to 1. On futures, you might get 60 to 1 or 100 to 1. Forex, 500 to 1, as you say. So when using margin, just be careful. You're increasing your risk if you're increasing your margin, increasing your leverage. So let's have a look at. I'm gonna have to get used to this this new beta scanner so I can read it better. My friend Aeroclean is moving up at $20. We do like Aeroclean. Hey TikTok. Hey Dublin. I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. This is with the first. If I don't trade Aeroclean today, I'll feel bad because with the first day I've not traded it in 2 weeks. I'm just gonna buy in there for that break, laptop break. Going 5,000 shares, risking quite a bit here. Quite rangy. 25-30 cent spreads. Just remember that with the Aeroclean. Don't trade it if you're not prepared to trade that range. Right now, spreads are about 20 cents, 25 cents. Go. Looking for that confirmed break. So we got a break out of that flat top, but it just didn't follow through. So even though we got the little bit of a volume bump, we didn't quite get the follow through. So we're looking for 20.50 at the time. So 30 cents. Pressure here now. I don't like having that app open. They've got the TikTok app open on my desktop. I don't like it. It's distracting me. I have to get rid of that in a minute. I've already given this way too much to the downside. Giving it to the $0.50, but that was way too much. Should have got out at 75 when it broke that new low. Let's see. There's no volume on, relatively speaking, there's not a lot of volume on Aeroclean today. I think it's probably done. Breaks the $0.50, I'll get out for a big loss. Yeah, well that's it, mate. Sell your soul for 10 cents. I would, if I had one. I'll have a look at that for you later, Michael. Yeah, the beta scanner is part of Benzinga, Jack. Just go into Benzinga and you'll see the scanner and it says beta on it. Just try that and then set it up how you feel. You set up what columns you want included and any filters that you want. And what you're seeing in front of you there is the beta scanner. This is not looking kind of bearish right now. I don't know why I'm holding on to it. Not enough volume for me to be holding on to this when there's better stocks to be trading. Yeah, we're getting a bounce at the VWAP, maybe. This is what I say when I say don't get married to a stock. The only reason I entered this is because it's been so good to us for the last 2 weeks, and it did set out for a bit of a flat top breakout up at the top. So okay, get out. Not risking any more of that. What filters am I using on the beta? So I've got common stock, but subtypes I've got common stock and ADR. The price above $2. Volume on the 5-minute chart above 10,000. That's pretty much it. And then I've got the columns, and I'm just filtering by column. I'm filtering by the last 60 minutes at the moment. So I can just click on the column to change it. See, black sky is up there, but it's not on the change on the last 60 minutes. So I've got the columns there, last 60 minutes, last 30 minutes. I've got the last, I think that's the last 15 minutes as well. I've got change via time. I can click on whatever it is. So for the scanners, for the time, and yeah, that's what I'm using. I'll have a look for you. Be careful though. It's not huge volume on this. Just be careful. When it's for a couple of wicks above $11 already. Just be careful on that one. Goes Guggenheim. It is up on the scanners, but just be careful. Lex has just not got the volume. No. Coinbase making moves. Yeah, Coinbase making big moves. Okay. Bang. Nope. Let's go back to the daily movers. Black sky. Nope. Needs to get above 275. ADN. See, that's a horrible chart now. That's just horrible. AMC making moves to the upside now. Just broke that pre-market. No, we're just testing the 1285, which is the pre-market resistance level. 1290. 1290 is the pre-market high for AMC. Oh, you didn't mention it though, Karim, did you? But that's a nice position to get in at 1225. 1235 I could have seen, but oh, you got in at 1225. Fair play to you. Good man. Yeah, I could see this significant level there. Well, I hope not. Max Sticky Tocky. Well, Michael, just be careful with that one, because you know what they say about trading. They say, buy the rumor, sell the news. So if the news is that they're actually merging tomorrow, then just be careful, like I say. What's the merger price? What price are they merging at? What price are they being acquired at? That's another good question, because is it going to go much more than that? Redbox trying to get green on the day. I'm managing it. Okay. Now I'm interested. Well, Redbox over $12. Definitely. Scale in for the break of 12.50. Redbox is a bit rangy today. 10 cents, 12 cents. Looking rangy stocks to trade today. A bit sloppy with my trade selection. Redbox. No catalyst, just squeeze. A squeeze play. Short squeeze play. There it's green on the day and making gains. That's why I'm interested. Revlon's moving up 16% now. Take a look at that later. Up at 440s. Revlon. Ah, good man, El Pumo. I've always said that I'd like to get an Aston. Nice motors. Better than the Italian sports tosh. Nice quality tourer. You can keep your Bugattis. That's for idiots called Tate. Just more comfortable. When you're a big man like me, actually, I don't know if you've ever been in a Lambo, but I mean, it's just uncomfortable for a big man. Not designed for big rugby players, that's for sure. Not moving up with the velocity that I want it to, so I'm just going to get out. $150 a base hits. Base hits. Oh, he's a massive scammer. He is a massive scammer. He's just a complete bullshit, you know, a quick impression of him, right? Look, I don't sleep unless I need to, and I only need to sleep for 3 minutes a day. and I shit Bitcoin. I got in Bitcoin when it was 3 cents a coin. And I've got the hardest left punch. I can knock anyone out on the planet. You don't get a Bugatti by sitting on your ass sleeping. Shut up. The red box, there's the devil horns on the 2 minute. That's me out with red box. People buy into his shit though. That's what cracks me up. It's like, really? I took on the Russian mafia all by myself. And, you know, when you've been in the fight game, you've got to be able to be composed. So you just got to stay calm. Shut up. Revlon, are you still climbing? There's the doji. Be careful with Revlon. 440s. I don't care if he's a 4-time kickboxing champion in real life. He still speaks a lot of shite. You know when he's telling lies. You know when he's full of crap. You know when what's coming out of his mouth is crap because his lips are moving. The biggest bullshitter on the internet. This Andrew Tate bloke. He reckons he's like one of the world's hardest men or something, and one of the world's richest men, or I don't even know where he's from. He's probably from Nottingham or somewhere. Lives in Romania because if he was out on the high street in Nottingham, he'd probably have his arse kicked. Some bloke in a ponytail will probably hand his arse to him. Exactly, the guy's a complete tool. But look, if he's reveling in the hate, probably one of the most hated men on on social media right now. If you revel in the hate, fair play to you, That's double top with the M shape. That's bearish. Black sky selling off. What else have we got? Seed. Wow, that's a nice move. Do we break the $0.50? There we go, there's the $0.50. volume too. 135% up. And climbing. I hate it when that happens. All right, CEA Industries secures letter of intent from Green Brothers Farm for potential 10 million in revenues. That's why. Okay, I like that. Not like that though. I always lose money when I trade these $2 stocks. I don't get any leverage on these stocks either. Well, get 2x leverage on $2. $2 to $4, it's 2x. It's not right leverage. Not that I need it with the account I've got right now. Should have been out at 225 here. $0.15 was enough to give this. I'm giving it 20, 25, I don't know. Well, that's put me in the hole to 5k. Okay, so what do you think about Shiba? I don't think it's got a long-term future myself either. I would agree with MC there. The lack of utility, or the flaky utility. The same with Dogecoin as well. I mean, yes, they've got big market caps, but you might see them disappearing. No, I'm not. I wasn't short trading here, and whilst I've got leverage, I've not been using it. Like, so I was 10,000 shares in here, which is like 20,000 in equity. I started today with over 150,000 in equity, so I don't need the leverage to trade these. Whilst I don't get the leverage anyway, these smaller stocks, I don't. Going up now. Let's get back in. Okay, let's get back. If we can't make that back. X230 will add to the position. There we go, add. Looking for 240, 235. 35. 31 on the ask. 32. Look for 235. How much size do I trade with on average? Between 2.5 and 10,000 shares tends to be the range I'm trading with. So about 2,500 is usually, 1,000 or 2,500 is usually my entry. And then I'll scale up and I'll go up to about 20, 25,000 at a push. That's usually my max size, depending on the price of the stock. But usually my optimum share size is about 10,000 shares, between 5 and 10,000 shares. Yeah, Doge and Shiba are just, well, if they've got decent market cap in terms of coin, they will disappear. And a lot of people that are holding them will disappear. This is 34. I was looking for 35. It's 32 on the ask. 33. I want 34 on the bid. I want 35. There we go. Take a little bit off. Nope. Just put a 10-cent trailing stop in place there. Ah, there you go, Max Sticky Tocky. Well, you can always check out my YouTube videos as well, buddy. That stopped me out. That's okay. I don't mind getting stopped out for break even. Before it flushes. Alright. Revlon. 65. That's the level there. It needs to get break 65 if it's going to continue up. Says who, Superpower? Lots of partnerships. Lots of partnerships with which serious players? Because any of these coins can say the same thing, but it's not real. It's just, you know. Oh, this is Revlon. I've got Revlon in front of me. It's not breaking out. It needs to break 465. You've got an ascending wedge. You've got a flat top. It needs to break 465. Black sky moving up, is it? Let's have a look on the 60-minute again. What's moving? Seed. I've just been trading seed. I'm trading too much today. Moving back up again. Let's see if we can break 240. I'll have another go. Checked it at 240 last time. Consolidating right now? No. Revlon making moves to the up. Alright, Revlon. No. Finding its top at 65, so it's pulling back a little. Let it consolidate. Who's not making money? You don't come to this channel very often, do you, buddy? There we go. Break of 65. I think we got in at 60, 69. Never mind. Try again. Get back above the $0.50. I'll add this on the bounce and move back up. Sold straight away then. Well, double digits. We'll see. We're doing all right. We're a bit crap today, but we're doing all right on the month of June. That's for sure. We're triple digits on, well, no, we're 6 figures on June. In terms of profits, 120, you know, over 125 grand so far on June. Revlon moving up, but pulling back as I enter. So just remember that, guys. Don't get into a stock when I enter, because it always goes the opposite direction. The volume's dying out a little bit. What platform is this that I'm trading? Superpower. This is Dash Trader. Dash Trader Pro. Oh, them stupid, bloody, horrible woolly rats that they've got across the street. Serve no purpose. Yes, they look pretty, but buy a photograph, because they just serve no purpose. Except yapping and getting on your nerves. Hey, Luke. It's choppy today. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. We're currently we're down 4,800 at the minute. I'd be at risk of over trading at the moment, because what's this now? This is seven stocks I've traded today. Granted, only 2 have gone against me, but AERC and Seed so far. scaling into this one. Times. No problem, Super Chip. You're not missing the show. It's recorded. Go and watch it on YouTube. It's recorded. Sorry to hear that, Black Fox. That's correct, Superpower. That's exactly right. If you check out my link tree, there's a link to their website there. It's a really good, it's a direct access software. The DAS is an acronym. It's direct access software. It's a direct market software. So you can trade it with many different brokers. I use it to trade with both interactive and capital markets. So that's one of the reasons I use it. But also I find it very configurable, user-friendly. Charting is basic, but that's what I've got TraderView for. TradingView, sorry. Well, this is not looking great right now. So on the 5 minute is 43, so we'll watch that. Get it. Okay. So that's 3 red, 4 green. Fortunately, the red ones are bigger. So let's wait for the right options. A SPY. Look at the market, guys. This is the wider market. That currently 2.5% up is the S&P 500. It's having a great run. 2.8 is tech stocks, the Nasdaq. So gapped up. We're maintaining it so far. Let's hope that Chair Powell doesn't come out and spoil it for us later this week when he starts getting in, when he starts testifying. I think is it tomorrow and Friday. Yeah, I go short when I need to go short. There's a problem with going short money's printers pronto, is that you have to pay to go short. If not all stocks are shortable, first and foremost, and if they are hard to borrow, you need to pay the locate fees and the borrow fees. So it's not as lucrative to go short all the time as it is to go long. So yes, I do go short, but then you want to go short and to have a reason to go short. You want stocks that are super extended anyway. So yes, I do go short. All right, 7K down. I'm going to, if I get into I lose 10K, I'm done for the day. It's been a death by 1,000 cuts, this one so far. Let's look at the 1 minute. This is the top mover today. This come down to 210 maybe, 215. Bounce. 215. Yeah. Okay, so we're breaking lows. We'll get a bounce on the VWAP maybe. Or are we done? Well, some stocks are shortable. It's per day. What's shortable today might not necessarily be shortable tomorrow, and vice versa. What's shortable tomorrow, or what's not shortable, or what's hard to borrow today might not be tomorrow. So, yeah. So this is ranging nicely, actually. Well, we've been. That was a fast hour. Market's gone and it's opened and it's gone. That was a fast hour. Okay, so right now that one needs to hold to 210 really. Breaks the VWAP, gone. Ew, that's horrible. That's a horrible chart. Black sky. Sorrento Therapeutics. Why is this moving up so much? Just hit my scanners because it's just broke the $2 level. This one's 19% up. No, not seeing any specific news for today. Go figure. Mine kind of plateaued up there at 60 bucks. This is exactly that Max Sticky Tocky. It's the US. Yes, I've got level 2 super chip. It's the US market. You don't get an S&P 500 on the FTSE. Or the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Revlon. We'll get a bounce on the VWAP here. Let's see. Get in there, the VWAP bounce. Let's see. Looking for 440. Oh. position. Looking for the $0.50. Just trying to scale in. $0.50. 448 on the 5-minute. It's the high of the last candle. What we're looking for. This breaks 448, we might get a nice little run. Scaling in, 90. Break at 445. Waiting for that break. It depends on your data feed. So I've got NASDAQ total view. Which is level 2, regional and OTC, and see that's kind of comes with as default with capital markets. That's kind of your default play. With interactive, I pay for the total view as well. I don't actually use it that much, and I'm just coming out of my account every month, so I perhaps should just cancel that. But it's there anyway, so pay for the platform, you pay for the data. Now on capital markets, the platform, I get platform rebates. It cost me like 90 quid for the platform. That gets rebated because it's I reach a certain level in commissions every month. $36 the low, 45 the high. Just watching this on a 2-minute chart. Looking for the break of 45. Still. Come on, Revlon. Let's get a move on. Revlon. That was what? First red candle on the 2-minute. Looking for 44. 144 on the 2 minute for an ad. Low volume, it's risky trading at low volume like this. See that the volume's just died away here. Where it peaked up here, died away here. We're getting a little hammer forming there, which is bullish. Looking for the $0.50, ideal at the break of 445. Need volume to do that. Not getting the volume yet. Got a little spike in volume there, which is why I figured it might be worthwhile just adding to the position there. Ready to bail if fails. A bit of volume is all we need. It's not relaxing when you've got money on it there, Max Sticky. Excuse me. The chart's good moving up and down. It's far from relaxing when there's money in it. It can be quite stressful at times. So we're 36 on the ask. Our average is 39. We're just waiting for, looking for the move up to 45, break 45 and get to the $0.50. I've got a stop in now at 430. A hard stop. Just not a lot of volume in the markets right now. And it is that first hour of the market open is probably past us. So I don't like holding through consolidation though. The longer you hold through consolidation, the more likelihood is it's going to go against you. That's the problem. So you should really just not hold it when it's consolidating. You should exit. And look for a re-entry later when it starts to move up. But like I keep saying, do as I say, not as I do. AMC? Not really. It's 1285. Not exactly pumped hard. Yeah, at the open. It moved up at the open, but it's consolidating sideways for the last hour. Will we get this break? Need a bit of volume to come in. No good doing this on low volume. It's not predictable. 445, and we can test that $half range is what I'm looking for, really. Didn't quite get 445 on the bid. 446 on the ask, but okay. $445 this time. Try again. I'll break that 445. Almost did this last time, just didn't have enough volume. Tapped 46, so this is the problem with trading on low volume. You don't get the follow through on the breakouts, and they can flush really quickly, even on low volume. People unload. That's 41, 42 on the ask, 43 on the ask, 44 on the ask. Ooh, 45 briefly on the ask. Is it going to happen this time? Rev to the moon, absolutely. Just this coiling on low volume is really frustrating. Just waiting for it to break. We're on 45 there now on the bid. We're going to get it. This time. Most of those 45 sellers are gone now, so we should do it this time. $49's where the next biggest seller is. Bit of volume and we'll get up to $49.50. They're all back. Almost got a 5-minute breakout then, but not quite. My back's giving me jip today. I'm surprised the dog hasn't come and asked me to take her out. How many minutes have I been in this trade now? Probably too long. 10:35, so best part of 25 minutes. Oh, 15 minutes, 17 minutes. Yeah, well, it happens like that. I know she's just like she's asleep actually. Quarter roll. Some days it's like that. Clean took 4 grand off me. I was still green after that. Seed took 2.5, and Revlon's taking 2.5. So I'm still in Revlon, but we'll see. I've got to stop at 4:30. So risking 8 cents on this. I'm in a decent size, 25,000 shares here on Revlon. So it's a big size. I've got a hard stop at 4:30. Yeah, it does look long on a 1-minute chart. It is long. Let's face it. If you're a scalper, you don't want to be in longer than 2-3 minutes. I'm not a scalper. I'm a day trader. Are you you got calls, or have you got puts there, quarter? We're going to see it this time. Oh, we've been up to 480 today, twice. Oh, pre-market went up to 474, 478 after the open. So there is an appetite for it to be up there. I'm looking for 450. She's just gone eating some food, so she'll be coming wanting fed and watered now, so she'll be coming wanting to water the plants now, so she'll probably be wanting to go out in a moment. So I'll give it 3 more minutes or till the end of this trade, and then I will end the stream. So we're just taking a quick sneaky look at the scanner there. Still nothing really jumping out at me. Do like the S&P 500. Do like the market, where the markets are moving today though. They're looking very nice. Now get out. There we go. Bounce on the VWAP maybe? Or am I getting it? Looks like I'm getting it. Watching for 430 on the bid. Did throw a wick out over it, but there we go. 36. Come on. A little bit of volume. There's no volume. Look at this. There's nothing on the volume histogram. Doing nothing. ADN's moving up quite substantially. I think I might put this down to a red day. Looks like it. Right, I'm just going to set a range stop in place. There you go. Put a range stop in place, 429 at the bottom and 450 at the top. So yeah, well, sometimes that happens, MC. I can't have a red day. I can't have a green day every day. I mean, yes, I got 14 in a row at the beginning of the month, but every day's not going to be green. I've got to. So that's my range stop. I've just put a range stop in place. It'll either at the bottom, it'll either get out at 429, or it'll get me out at the top at 450. So I'm going to. Where do we see the SPY reaching? Well, possibly 377 could get there. 377.50 is a possibility. I don't think. We'll see. We'll see. There we go. Stopped out. There's me done for the day. That's my 10k. Did say if I lose 10k, I'm done for the day. So look. Let's have a look at where we are on the month. We've got to knock 10k off this. Where's my reports? Well, here's my trader view stats from detailed stats. So 158k's worth of that's trade profit. Doesn't take into account. That'll be 159k after we take the 10k loss off today in trade profit. Doesn't take into account, as I say, transaction fees and the likes. But you know, I can't. On a month, we've still got 6 trading days left, and we're having a good month. 3-to-1 accuracy. So I can't grumble too much. We're in a good place on the month. Having a red day today. It happens. Every trader has a red day, so you just got to, you know, get over it quick and come back stronger tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to end the stream. I might come back for Power Hour a little bit later. We'll see how I'm feeling, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. This one's wanting to go for a walk now.